I do not know if I should be ashamed or impressed by the Elden Ring's community obsession with feet. But who am I to judge? Because I'm right there with you. So today, we will be ranking 62 feet in Elden Ring. Let's just jump into it, shall we? The first foot that we have to take into account here is the Alabaster Lord's foot. And I have to say, I'm a big fan of this foot. It has some nice pattern to it. It's good, it's strong, it's powerful. I like the matte black color of it. I'm gonna give that an A. Next up is a Albineric. It's a little dirty. And I know some of you people love the dirty, but I'm not a big fan. So I'm gonna give it a C tier. Next up is Alexander. Alexander has a bit of a weird foot. It's not for everyone, but I do think that if you like Alexander's foot, you will love Alexander's foot. Boom. Next up on the list would be a Ancestral Follower. And I don't know, you guys. I'm gonna put it at C tier. There's nothing really that pops out at me. I like the footwear, and it's a big, strong foot. But other than that, it doesn't really make much of an effort. Then we have a dragon foot. Now, dragons are powerful beings. And I think this is kind of like with Alexander. You either love it or you hate it. I'm gonna put it on B tier because I have a begrudging respect for them. Next up right here is the Samer Warrior. Is that what we agreed on, chat? I don't know why this is here, but hey, here we go. The Samer Warrior's foot is a little bony. I gotta say, I'm not super impressed. So unfortunately, it's gotta go in D tier. It is what it is. Boom. This is a giant Earth Tree avatar. B tier, exactly the same as everybody else. And then we have the bat. I have to say, the bat is so far the worst of all of the feet that we have looked at. It's thin. It's not very impressive. It's an F. It's a fail. I don't like it. Boom. Next up is the Valiant Black Gargoyle. And this foot is sculpted to almost perfection. It's a little bit of a cheating thing because, you know, it is actually sculpted. But we are going to put it in an A tier. Then we have Buck. I know we all love Buck. Buck is a big favorite. But his feet... I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. His feet is more of a C tier. Burnt corpse on a stick in front of the Limgrave Church of LA. Look, it's ashy. It's only one of them. But it's still not as bad as the Batfoot. Then we have the Harpy. The Harpy foot, you know what? I can kind of sort of see that being cool and nice for a few people. I don't want to put it all the way at B tier, but I'm gonna say C tier. And already my chat is getting very angry at me. Look, Rosario, this is just my opinions, but my opinions are objective truth. And so if you don't like it, you can sit on a barbed wire dildo. Alright? Huh. Clayman. There's only 3 toes on a Clayman's foot. That's unfortunately a D tier to me. I can't help it. Then we have a random corpse. Even though this is a random corpse, I do want to say that I feel something here. I feel a B tier. There's just a certain perfection. Perfection might not be the greatest word to use here, because it's still just a B tier, but there is quality, and I approve. I do. Next up is our first NPC of the game. This is Brother Corin. And I know that a few people probably don't like him. He does have the personality of a big plank of wood, but his feet cannot be understated. A. This beautiful couple of footsies are from the celebrants. These are the women that skin men alive. And you know what? I'd let them skin me. With feet like that, I would definitely let them skin me. This is a demi-human queen, and while she's not a human, there is something about these feet. The dragon soldier. The foot is... I don't know. It has a knee, a backwards knee, very close to it. I don't think I can put this in A tier. I will put it in B tier, though. I'm okay with that. Then we have a duelist. A duelist foot is a powerful foot. They take care of their feet. You can even see the nails right there. That's an automatic A for me, you guys. I gotta say. This is a Earth Tree Defender. It's one of those guys that you can farm for the sword spear. I have to say, I'm not a big fan of their feet. I feel like the toes are uneven, and they're spaced too far between, and they're long and they're thin. It's not really a claw, it's not really... It almost falls into F tier. But I'm going to be kind here and give it a D tier. Then we have Fia. Oh my god, Fia. I think, so far, out of all of these, Fia's feet, so far the best. She's lying next to a giant corpse. And even so, her feet are clean. They are clean as fuck. We're gonna put that in an S tier. I would put Fia's feet in my mouth. This is the finger-reading crones. Their legs are really messed up, but their feet are fairly normal, so we're gonna give that a C tier. Then we have the Fire Giant. The Fire Giant, I'm sorry guys, is gonna get an F. Even the Fire Giant is willing to throw away his feet, so we can't give it more than an F. Definitely not a thing. Then we have the giant skeleton of Nokron. I love that skeleton, but it feels like it's a statue. I'm not sure, is it a statue? Chat, is this a statue? Because if it's a statue, it gets automatically put in D tier. But if it's not, then I'm gonna have to put it in A tier. I'm gonna say it's not a statue, and it's going in A tier, because it's big, strong, it's beautiful, magnificent. Gold Mask. Gold Mask, my friend. You are not shy when it comes to showing your body. It is incredible. Is it S tier? Would I put his feet in my mouth? Yes, I absolutely would do that. Then we have a golem. A golem, it's not like the gargoyles, right? There's a little bit more life in the gargoyles. I have to put it in D tier. It is nicely put together, so I feel a little bad about that, but it's unfair. I feel like it's unfair. The grafted scions are a little weird because they have a lot of feet, and the feet are of variable quality, but I think they have enough good feet to reach B tier at least. You know? Yeah, you guys know. Then we have another statue. The feet are actually pretty good, but it's a statue, so it's gotta go there. Master Hugh, his feet are a little old, and they're a little iffy. You can tell they're not really great, so it's gotta be a B tier. I still think it's more than a C tier. Then it's this thing. This is EG. Oh, this is EG. EG is a troll, and I think he has done a great job taking care of his feet. Say what you want about the man and his choices, but that's an A tier, baby. Now, coming up is the big Olbeneric woman, and that's an S tier. giant lickable feet. Come on, you guys. If that's not S tier, everybody can just go screw the pooch. Because that's, if I had to choose one pair of feet so far, in fact, we can put it over here. That's the best pair of feet so far. S tier. And you know what? It's not quite giant Albineric woman, but we have normal Albineric woman, also S tier. I have to put these in front of Gold Mask, because they just seem a little bit more smooth. Smooth is good, and that's definitely why it gets over here. This is a Mad Pumpkin, and that gets an A. It's a little rough around the corners, but I do find the definition of the foot, how each toe is very much its own entity, how I can identify it so quickly. I gotta give it to it. It's definitely an A tier. Then we have Makar, Magma Worm Makar, and it's a B tier. I want to give it the same kind of... It gets the same kind of treatment as Alexander's feet. Looking at it, I'm going to place that in front of the Grafted Scion. But you know what? Yeah. Next up is going to be a controversial one. This is Melania. Now, her feet, or at least one of them, is a prosthesis. And prosthesis, that's almost like cheating. But it's so well made. Would I put it in my mouth? No, I don't think so. But it ranks as #1 on the A tier. Also, she has Scarlet Rot, and I don't feel like putting Scarlet Rot in my body. This is Malekith. Now, I think a lot of you will say, Lost. This is definitely a B tier, right? With what you have said so far, but no. No, man. No. We're putting this in front of Corrin. That's where I want to put it. In fact, I want to put the Mad Pumpkin a little bit ahead of Corrin as well. But not in front of Malekith. Malekith is passion, man. He really is his passion. And speaking of passion, Morgoth. He's ahead of the Mad Pumpkin. Is he ahead of Malekith? You know what? I think so. I even think it's in front of the Black Gargoyle. Not Alabaster Lord quality, but in front of the Black Gargoyle, because he is not sculpted like a gargoyle, but even then, his foot is just so recognizable, so good. It's gotta go there. Misbegotten. Strong, but not too strong. It's a C tier. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a C tier. Shut up, chat. It's a C tier. Nefeli. Another pair of strong feet. Man. It's not S tier, but it's high A tier. In front of Corrin. And the Mad Pumpkin. Not in front of Malekith. Not in front of Malekith. Then we have Albineric legs. I believe these are Albineric legs. They look like Albineric legs. No, these are not. These are pest legs. Pest legs, they're a little thin. But they are well defined. I want to put them in B tier. I want to put them ahead of the standard legs. Pretty good. Pretty strong. Then we have a Moog Worshipper. I don't know about that. I think it's gotta be a D. The foot has all of these disgusting boils and shit. It's not good. And then we have another statue. That's definitely a D. We gotta put it there. I'm sorry, it is what it is. Next up, Radigan. Now, Radigan, I'm so tempted to put him in S tier, but I can't. I can't put him in front of Melania. So he has to go between Melania and the Alabaster Lord. Don't be mad at me, chat. Chat, don't be mad at me. And YouTube as well. Don't be mad at me, YouTube. I'm sorry, but this just has to be. Next up comes Radahn. And Radahn's feet are non-existent. They don't exist. It's an F. In fact, Radahn has the worst F of all. They don't exist! What you want me to do? He has wandered the battlefield to the point where his feet has rotted off, scraped along the battlefield. F, F, F. Ronnie, though. I don't quite know where to put Ronnie's feet either. I mean, she's a doll, and that's not exactly a statue, but they are... This might be... I might be seen as a hypocrite, but I don't care. I don't care. She gets top spot in the B tier. B tier all the way. These red feetsies, that's Albinaric. That's bloody Albinarics. And I'm gonna put them in C tier. Right here. Behind your standard Albinarics. That's where it goes. Then... Oh boy, oh baby. This is Renala's feet. And everybody knows that Renala's feet is S tier. The question is, where is she? She's a huge woman. And, is it top? Is it the top spot? Is it even better than Giant Albinaric Woman? Yeah, it is. It is. It's the best one so far. I'm sorry. It has to be. She gets top spot. Rykard is a character. Rykard is a snake with legs. It's weird. It's strange. But I kind of like it. I'm either gonna put Rykard top B or bottom A. Bottom A. Yeah. Bottom A. Then there is Selen. Selen is also a woman with quality feet. I think we gotta go S tier with Selen as well. It's low S tier, but it's still S tier, you know? The cleanliness... The definition of the toes. I could just imagine my tongue in between every single one. Oh god, this is so gonna get demonetized. I'm so... My only hope is that it doesn't get demonetized immediately. Right? That's my only hope. Below Gold Mask? Yeah, below Gold Mask. Look, Gold Mask is still quality feet, Necrox. I'm sorry. Then we have a Serpent Warrior. And while I like the definition, the toes are just not thick enough. I don't want to put them at D tier. No, that's a lie. I will put them at D tier. They aren't too bad though. I'm going to put them top D tier. No, not behind the Seymour. But I am going to put it behind the Seymour. Not in front of the Seymour. Then we have a Rot Servant. That's another fail. You know what? That's another fail. F tier. What even are these feet? They are diseased garbage. Troll foot. I mean, we did talk about EG. EG has good feet. The troll foot is good foot. It's gonna be bottom A. Big, powerful feet. And I like the fur on it. I do like the fur. It gives it personality. It gives it character. This is a Crystal Cave Miner. It's good. It's good. I'm gonna put them ahead of Bok and also ahead of the Ancestral Warrior. I'm not gonna put him ahead of the Albinarics though. But you know who gets ahead of the Albinarics? The Lazuli Sorcerer. I think it's the Lazuli Sorcerer. It goes all the way ahead of Alexander. Not ahead of Rani, but ahead of Alexander. Then straight up, another troll. It's gonna be behind the furry troll. Furry troll first, okay? Furry troll first, but then boom. Muriel, though! Muriel the dog. That's an interesting foot. It's the only kind. And I know a few people are going to attack me in the comments because my opinion on this, but this is S tier to me. This is just S tier to me. I'm sorry, it's going up in the S tier. It's bottom S tier. No, actually, it's ahead of Selen. Ahead of Selen. Not ahead of Gold Mask, but ahead of Selen. Another Valiant Gargoyle. Now, this one isn't like the black one. I kind of prefer the black one. It's also not as good as the Mad Pumpkin, but it goes ahead of Corin, clearly. Here we have the Mausoleum Corpse. These are some pretty good feet. These are high A-tier feet. They are elegant. They are beautiful. And they radiate kindness. It goes behind the Alabaster Lord, right in front of Margit. Clearly. Wormface! If you put these feet in your mouth, you're going to experience death. Ugh. Still pretty good. Still pretty nicely shaped, though. I gotta give him almost bottom C tier. It goes ahead of the Misbegotten. It goes ahead of the finger-reading crone. Gotta put him right there. Gotta put him right there. Then we have these weird guys on the horses. I don't know what they're called, but you find them in Liurnia. I gotta say, the color, the definition, the toes, the way they curl up to little claws. God damn it. I didn't think we'd put them in the A tier, but they are definitely A tier. It's not quite Mausoleum. It's not quite Morgoth. Hell, it's not even quite Malekith. I'm gonna put them behind... No, in front of Nefeli. In front of Nefeli. Crystal Dragon Foot. B tier. And we're gonna put them with the other dragon foot, right there. In front of the Erdtree avatar, but I'm not too fond of the crystals. It makes it a little busy, so behind the normal dragon. And then lastly, this is Raya. I know that I have been a little biased against thin toes in this tier list, but I still think this is an S. I still think this is an S, you guys. You can say what you want. I don't care if you think it looks like a hand. It's an S tier. Bottom S tier. But I just like the balance of it. I like the balance of it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. This is the Elden Ring feat tier list. Do you disagree? Do you not disagree? How about you write something in the comment section and just try to push the video. Just subscribe as well. I don't know. Screw it. I think my chat is telling me that I did a good job. Yeah, my chat is telling me I did a good job. If you disagree, leave a comment. If you don't disagree, leave a comment still. I love all of you. Kisses.